How does the European Commission contribute to the development of EU data protection laws? A. Enforces data protection laws. B. Proposes and drafts legislation. C. Arbitrates legal disputes. D. Supervises data protection authorities. Correct answer, B. Proposes and drafts legislation. The European Commission drafts legislation, including data protection laws like the GDPR, and submits them for review by the European Parliament and the Council of the EU. What is a primary function of the European Parliament in the legislative process? A. Implements data protection laws. B. Proposes amendments to legislation. C. Issues fines for data breaches. D. Supervises EU institutions. Correct answer, B. Proposes amendments to legislation. The European Parliament reviews proposed legislation and can propose amendments to ensure they reflect the views and interests of EU citizens. How does the European Council influence data protection policies in the EU? A. Directly legislates data protection laws. B. Defines priorities and sets political direction. C. Resolves disputes between data subjects and controllers. D. Oversees supervisory authorities. Correct answer, B. Defines priorities and sets political direction. The European Council consists of heads of state or government who guide the EU's political direction, influencing data protection policies through their decisions. How does the Court of Justice of the European Union, CJEU, contribute to the enforcement of data protection laws? A. Issues fines for violations. B. Interprets and upholds EU laws. C. Monitors the activities of supervisory authorities. D. Proposes new regulations. Correct answer, B. Interprets and upholds EU laws. The CJEU provides legal interpretations of EU laws, including data protection regulations, ensuring their consistent application across member states. What is a primary role of the European Court of Human Rights, ECHR, in data protection? A. Enforces the GDPR. B. Reviews compliance of member states. C. Upholds the European Convention on Human Rights. D. Advises the European Parliament. Correct answer, C. Upholds the European Convention on Human Rights. The ECHR enforces the European Convention on Human Rights, including its provisions related to privacy and data protection. How does the European Commission ensure compliance with data protection laws? A. Proposes amendments to existing laws. B. Conducts audits of organizations. C. Coordinates with national supervisory authorities. D. Provides funding for data protection programs. Correct answer, C. Coordinates with national supervisory authorities. The Commission collaborates with national supervisory authorities to ensure consistent enforcement of EU data protection laws across member states. What is the role of the European Parliament's Committee on Civil Liberties, Justice, and Home Affairs, LIBE? A. Oversees data protection legislation. B. Enforces data protection laws. C. Proposes amendments to the GDPR. D. Monitors member state compliance. Correct answer, A. Oversees data protection legislation. The LIBE Committee reviews and influences data protection legislation, including laws like the GDPR. How does the European Commission's GDPR guidance website assist organizations? A. Provides detailed legal advice. B. Offers resources for compliance. C. Enforces GDPR regulations. D. Monitors organization compliance. Correct answer, B. Offers resources for compliance. The website provides guidance to help organizations understand and comply with the GDPR, including resources on data subject rights, international data transfers, and more. What is a key responsibility of the European Data Protection Board, EDPB? A. Issues fines for data breaches. B. Supervises national data protection authorities. C. Coordinates GDPR implementation. D. Proposes new data protection laws. Correct answer, C. Coordinates GDPR implementation. The EDPB ensures consistent application and enforcement of the GDPR, providing guidance and coordination among national supervisory authorities. What impact does the European Court of Human Rights have on data protection laws? A. Reviews the legality of EU laws. B. Provides judgments on human rights cases. C. Advises the European Commission. D. Enforces GDPR provisions. Correct answer, B. Provides judgments on human rights cases. The ECHR addresses cases related to the European Convention on Human Rights, including matters concerning privacy and data protection. How does the European Commission's role in proposing legislation impact data protection? A. Directly enforces data protection laws. B. Ensures consistency in member state laws. C. Guides member state implementation. D. Initiates the legislative process. Correct answer: D. Initiates the legislative process. The European Commission drafts and proposes legislation, including data protection laws, for review and approval by other EU institutions. How does the European Council's guidance influence the GDPR? A. Proposes amendments to the GDPR. B. Sets the legislative agenda. C. Reviews compliance reports. D. Enforces GDPR provisions. Correct answer: B. Sets the legislative agenda. The European Council's guidance shapes the political direction of the EU, influencing the legislative agenda and the development of laws like the GDPR. What is a primary function of the CJEU's rulings? A. Enforces EU data protection laws. B. Reviews proposed legislation. C. Provides clarity on EU laws. D. Supervises national courts. Correct answer: C. Provides clarity on EU laws. The CJEU interprets and clarifies EU laws, including data protection regulations, ensuring their consistent application across member states. How does the European Commission ensure organizations comply with the GDPR? A. Conducts audits of organizations. B. Provides GDPR guidance. C. Issues penalties for violations. D. Reviews compliance reports. Correct answer: B. Provides GDPR guidance. The Commission offers resources and guidance to help organizations understand and comply with the GDPR, including its implementation and enforcement. How does the European Parliament advocate for data protection? A. Reviews proposed legislation. B. Issues fines for GDPR violations. C. Coordinates with supervisory authorities. D. Provides GDPR training. Correct answer: A. Reviews proposed legislation. The European Parliament reviews and can propose amendments to data protection legislation, ensuring it reflects the interests of EU citizens. How does the EDPB support the GDPR's enforcement? A. Issues GDPR guidelines. B. Conducts compliance audits. C. Proposes amendments to the GDPR. D. Provides training for supervisory authorities. Correct answer: A. Issues GDPR guidelines. The EDPB provides guidelines to ensure consistent application and enforcement of the GDPR across member states. How does the European Commission's role differ from the European Parliament's? A. The Commission proposes legislation, while the Parliament reviews and amends it. B. The Commission enforces laws, while the Parliament supervises organizations. C. The Commission advises member states, while the Parliament proposes legislation. D. The Commission supervises supervisory authorities, while the Parliament drafts laws. Correct answer: A. The Commission proposes legislation, while the Parliament reviews and amends it. The Commission drafts and proposes laws, including data protection regulations, while the Parliament reviews, amends, and approves them. What is a key function of the CJEU in the context of data protection? A. Proposes amendments to data protection laws. B. Interprets and upholds EU laws. C. Supervises supervisory authorities. D. Reviews compliance reports. Correct answer: B. Interprets and upholds EU laws. The CJEU interprets EU laws, ensuring their consistent application and enforcement across member states. How does the European Commission's guidance impact data protection compliance? A. Provides resources for organizations. B. Ensures GDPR consistency. C. Conducts audits of organizations. D. Supervises supervisory authorities. Correct answer: A. Provides resources for organizations. The Commission offers guidance and resources to help organizations understand and comply with data protection laws, including the GDPR. What role does the ECHR play in data protection? A. Enforces GDPR provisions. B. Provides guidance to EU institutions. C. Upholds human rights, including privacy. D. Reviews compliance of member states. Correct answer: C. Upholds human rights, including privacy. The ECHR enforces the European Convention on Human Rights, including provisions related to privacy and data protection. How does the European Commission's role differ from the CJEU's? A. The Commission proposes laws, while the CJEU interprets and upholds them. B. The Commission supervises supervisory authorities, while the CJEU proposes laws. C. The Commission enforces laws, while the CJEU reviews them. D. The Commission provides guidance, while the CJEU amends legislation. Correct answer: A. The Commission proposes laws, while the CJEU interprets and upholds them. The European Commission drafts and proposes legislation, while the CJEU interprets and ensures its consistent application. How does the European Council influence the legislative process? A. Directly legislates data protection laws. B. Reviews compliance of member states. C. Defines the EU's priorities and political direction. D. Coordinates with supervisory authorities. Correct answer: C. Defines the EU's priorities and political direction. The European Council's guidance shapes the legislative agenda, influencing the development of data protection laws. How does the European Parliament contribute to data protection? A. Enforces GDPR regulations. B. Reviews and amends proposed laws. C. Coordinates with supervisory authorities. D. Conducts compliance audits. Correct answer: B. Reviews and amends proposed laws. The Parliament reviews and proposes amendments to data protection laws, ensuring they reflect the interests of EU citizens. How does the European Council's guidance impact data protection laws? A. Proposes amendments to the GDPR. B. Defines the legislative agenda. C. Reviews compliance of member states. D. Enforces GDPR provisions. Correct answer: B. Defines the legislative agenda. The European Council's decisions shape the legislative agenda, influencing the development of data protection laws like the GDPR.